The first 10 days in December features two very important international observances that highlight the rights of persons. December 3 is celebrated as the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, while December 10 is Human Rights Day. In this short video, we shine the spotlight on two little-known organizations making a difference in the lives of the differently abled in St. Kitts and Nevis.
This place is a center for persons with special needs and those who are differently abled. So we serve that community. We don't call them students because they're adults, we call them trainees. So they are gifted in art and craft, cooking, sewing. They make jewelry. We make sugar cakes because we have a contract with Scenic Railway. And many other things. We make mats from cloth as well, by hand. So we have many sponsors and donors, including SAL, SKCCU, we have the Ministries of Education, we have Social and Community Development, we have the Ministry of Sports, and we have some supporters from civic society and the parents. But we would like more persons to come on board and support persons who are differently abled.
Everybody, in my view, we're all the same. Whether, we're black, white, and as I say, brindle, we're all the same. So we need to start acknowledging these guys, these trainees, because they're just the same as everybody else. They've got 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes. So it's people to wake up and understand that nobody's different, we're all the same. So come in and acknowledge us, come and visit us, come and see what we're doing at Addie's place here in Greenlands, because these guys, in my mind, are mind-blowing. They've got a talent, they've each got their own gift, and it's our job, I feel, is to find that gift that they each have and to express it and empower them to be the best that they can be. So it's people to forget about the stigma, forget about the past and how we used to think about persons with learning differences, and realise that at the end of the day, we're all human beings.
We want an equal share of the resources for differently abled persons. So services that we provide, we try to empower them, as Petra said. We want them to learn to live independently because their parents won't be around. One, we don't know what can happen to them. So if anything happens to their parents, they can live on their own, they can generate their own income, they can work for themselves, they can cook, wash and clean for themselves. So, that is one of the services that we provide to them. It is assistance to help them to live independently through social skills and different learning skills.
One of the symptoms that my son would have is that he is extremely active. He has hyperactivity. And so I have to try to be as fit as possible because it's a constant on the move. He doesn't really slow down unless he's sleeping. And he doesn't really socialize with other children. And so it's a constant repeating of what I need to do in terms of having a routine for him. He doesn't speak as yet, but he makes sounds. So I now have to try to use my words to help him to use his words. So every time he touches something, I have to say touch, ball, up, down. If I'm throwing him in the air, it's up, down. When he's running, it's run. So it's very tiring for me.
Car. Blue car. More cars. Go! Beep, beep, beep. Down.
Before I came to the Spectrum Center, I did a little research, but I still needed some help in terms of how to create a routine and the things that I need to do. So before I came, I did not know that I would need to constantly say the words for him to get it. I just thought that I needed to have a conversation. So coming here to the Spectrum Center taught me that you have to use your words and do not control the children's play. Like for my child, in terms of the play therapy, I'm not supposed to control his play. So the Spectrum Center taught me that whatever he wants to do, once it is not dangerous, you do that with him. So if he wants to play with a ball, don't just take the ball away and say, okay, come, we're playing with the clock. Follow his lead. And so it helped me a lot in terms of also building a routine, because when I go home, I would just try to get a time for him. So I'm going to schedule and say, okay, when I go home, I'm going to cook, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to give him an hour. But the Spectrum Center taught me that I can't do that. While I'm doing my routine, talk to him. So if I'm cooking, people over, see whatever he's doing and just say it with him instead of trying to create a specific time frame, because then that would wear me out. And it used to, so now I'm following what I was taught. It's a little easier for me.
Lights on. Lights on.
Most of us, we know what our children are supposed to do when they reach a certain stage or a certain age. And so I noticed certain things, and I noticed, okay, he's not speaking, he doesn't like people to touch him and hug him. So I spoke to the pediatrician. And the pediatrician is who helped me and told me, like, you know, there's a center in St. Kitts you can reach out to. And I believe in early intervention. And so I decided to reach out to the Spectrum Center, and they did an assessment. And after the assessment, they were able to diagnose.
Let us see if we can try to get it up. Up, 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 up. And look down.
There is a misconception that a lot of people have that if your child is autistic, your child is, you know, for want of a better word, retarded. But sometimes it's quite the opposite. Most times it's quite the opposite. I know of presidents that are autistic, mathematicians that are autistic, and people would be like, well, I can see my child is this bright, my child can flip through this. My son is intelligent when it comes to a device. But it's all good and well that your child can flip figures and your child can solve a mystery puzzle, or your child is a great scientist. But we have to remember that life is a balance, and you can be super intelligent, but you still can relate to other people, relate to emotions, understand how people feel, learn how to socialize, learn how to speak to people. And so it is a misconception that I think we all should get out of our heads. You can see your child to be the most intelligent person, but you still have another part of the child life that they need help in coping. The Spectrum Center and other centers like this are here to help the children cope with the other aspects of their lives.